Saying I was throwing away now.
And wow, look at that. I didn't even know I was on, but I'm on. I didn't even know I was on, but I'm on. And I'm not putting you on. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, moms and dads, children of all ages. Welcome to Living on a Thin Line with Tony Vicich. I am the Tony Vicich mentioned in the title of the show. We come to you 6 days a week, 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We are your daily distraction for all the anger, anxiety, weirdness, and hoopla in the world. Today, we come to you on free platforms. ComedySchoolsRadioNetwork.com, where you can simply listen. If you just want to kick back and close your eyes and let the magic words that I spew paint pretty pictures in your head. We're also on YouTube on Comedy Schools, where you can get a very expansive picture of my very messy office, or right here on Facebook Live, where we are face-to-face. So we're on 3 platforms. The show is based on 3 things. We do 3 things in this show. We respond to your questions and comments on the aforementioned social media. So please feel free to question and comment, and we will answer you. Oftentimes we have some knick-knack or doodad or falderall or something laying around the house, and we try to weave a personal story around it. And then we recommend one artist or one piece of music based off of our vast vinyl album and CD collection. Now, we got all that out of the way. It is Thursday, December 16th? 17th.
17.
December 17th, 2020. They're rolling out the vaccine, and they're rolling them into hospitals. There's a lot of rocking and rolling going on in America right now. It is truly what Charles Dickens wrote, Tale of Two Cities, and he said it was the best of times, it was the worst of times. Never has there been a more applicable opening for a year than 2020. It is the best of times, it is the worst of times. So many of us have come together right now and earlier. So many of us have found a way to make it work. So many of us have reached out and connected to friends and family that we were not as connected to over time because we were more social media connected, which means sometimes the guy down the street and the guy 2,000 miles away were actually within the same proximity of us. That cousin, uncle, brother, old friend that we hadn't seen in decades now becomes a regular friend once again through social media. That's been one of the positive things that happen. Of course, the negative thing is that Americans are going on to their reward at an alarming rate, at the rate of 1 9/11 a day or more. The rate of 1 9/11 a day or more. And yet still some people are in denial. I know a lot about denial. I am an alcoholic. You know what? I'm not an alcoholic. I'm an alcoholic. Okay, I drank alcohol. I used to be the kind of guy that as I was tipping the bottle back and swallowing, I was tipping the bottle back and swallowing, I was going, I got to stop. And I couldn't stop. I was the kind of guy who kept wrecking cars going, I'm not a drunk. I know a lot about denial. No one wants to change. Nobody wants to change. Even if what they're doing is killing them. So the alcoholic has to learn how to change. And right now, America's had to learn how to change, just only temporarily. So mask it up. I was engaged in outdoor activity today. I was flashing strangers by a bus stop. No, I wasn't. That would be fun, I think. You know, as you get older, you think about, I'll do that. What are they going to do to me? So when I say I was doing outdoor activity and I say I was flashing strangers at a bus stop, I just did put a picture in your head of me with a raincoat. Look at that, buddy. Because I'm sadistical like that. I was engaged in outdoor activity today. A volunteer thing that I do. I do volunteer things now. I volunteer. And it had to do with landscaping trees and bushes and stuff. And I was in one of those little John Deere mini tractor golf cart things riding around with the guy. And even though I was outside, I was with strangers. And put apart for people. When the guy and I were in the open air golf cart, we both wore masks. By the way, the guy himself is not of the same political persuasion as I am. But he wasn't going to let ideology get in the way of him losing his health and therefore injuring his business or causing harm to his family. So I could have sat there and went, oh, this is, and I'm sure some people drove by in cars and went, look at those fools. They're outside wearing a mask. They're fools. what does it cost me? It doesn't cost me anything to wear a mask. It's not like, oh, it doesn't cost $1 every time I put it on. Oh, you know what? My wife's going to leave me and put on a mask. It costs nothing. Nada. Zip. Zero. Zilch. But it costs a lot sometimes if you don't. Okie dokie. Hey, what have I got coming up? What can I tell you about? What are we talking about? I don't know. I'm just kind of meandering on and on here. I am dingy tired. First off, if you want to know the truth, I am dingy tired. I'm like almost like not out tired. And it's not a bad thing. Here's what happens. And I don't know if this happens to you. But I had 2 or 3, two really great nights of sleep where I slept all the way through, where I made it to bed reasonably early for me, 11 p.m. or midnight, which is like really early for me. I usually don't fall asleep till 2 or 3. And I didn't wake up until like 7 or 8. And one morning I woke up at 7 or 8 and went back to bed till 10. And I'm talking rested. I'm talking tanned, rested, and ready. I'm talking that kind of thing that even though you're 65, you got to spring out of bed and go, hoo-yah! Let's go mess something up. That kind of rest. The problem with that kind of rest is that then when I try to go to sleep on the third night, I can't sleep. I can't sleep. I got so much energy. I got like shaky leg syndrome all through my body. I'm like Elvis. I'm laying in bed going, hugga, hugga, hugga. There's a hunka, hunka burning love. Hugga, hugga, hugga. You know, my wife's just trying to get as far over on the other side of the bed as husband. And the animals are afraid. They're all sitting on the end staring at me going, we're going to have to eat him. That's the only way he's going to shut up. And I had a hard time falling asleep. And then I woke up twice. And then I had to get up early. So I probably had about 15 minutes of sleep. I'm doing the show on 15 minutes of sleep, and I'm here for you. So I don't know if you guys ever go through that you get so much rest that then you can't sleep. It becomes a vicious goddamn cycle. It's just a vicious cycle. I rest, and then I can't rest. I rest, and then I can't rest. And on the days that you're like this, you can't really do anything. You go, okay, I'm awake. I'm awake. Can't sleep. Can't sleep. Might as well do stuff. But you're still tired. I'm going to do stuff. You can't. Why not? Because you're still tired. All right, I'll sit down for a minute. An hour later, you're going, boy, I sure should have watched that Conan O'Brien show. He did have a lot of great interviews. Because you're looking at YouTube videos. Now you've gone down a rabbit hole of YouTube videos, looking at stuff going, oh, look at this. This is from a movie from 1929. I didn't realize they could dance like that back then. So if I seem a little screwy or disjointed, if I've seemed, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, moms and dads, children of all ages, if I've seen a little screwy the last few days, it's because of that situation and because I was on Dope Monday. Did we do the show Monday? Mm-hmm. And Tuesday and Wednesday. There was a day we didn't do the show this week. Tuesday. Tuesday we didn't do the show because I was at the doctor. I was seeing the doctor. I have to go see the doctor. I've got to be fixed. So I must see him.
No, we did it that day.
Did we do it that day? We did. So I've been doing it. So that's how dope. I was on meds.
We didn't do the show last week on Thursday.
We didn't do that show last week on Thursday, but no one remembers it now. I was on meds and a little zonk, and I don't respond well to meds. So even though I am a long time recovery alcoholic addict, or I'm God willing a day at a time, I'm closer to 36 years sober than I am 35 years sober. I don't enjoy meds. It's not like, woohoo, meds, let's go, party all. First off, I don't respond well to narcotics. I never did back in the day. Okay, I was an uppers guy. So I'm having like bad reactions. I'm sick. My mind's going weird, but I have absolutely no pain. No pain. Now, for those of you my age, you know what I'm talking about. Because pain is your constant daily companion. Pain is your buddy. Pain is your pal. Pain is something you know. It is with you. And it helps you. Because, you don't go, you know what, maybe I will start jogging again. Well, at all time getting up, can't jog. Sometimes pain is your friend. Sometimes your pain is your enemy, but it's pain. When we get on these narcotics, you feel no pain. No pain at all. And for me, that is an odd goddamn feeling. And it just makes you kind of strange. All of a sudden, I'm watching, like, I'm flipping channels on TV and there's Mannix from the 70s. And I'm watching it going, wow, look at the color scheme of the set there. Wonder how much work they put into that, you know? Look, they got the brown desk and the blue wall. It must have taken weeks to figure that out, man. And I realized I looked down at my legs on fire and go, look at that. That's weird, man. I did not finish the narcotics. In my years of sobriety, I have never finished a narcotic prescription. As a matter of fact, I usually make it a day, day and a half before I go one more day and I got troubles. So I know that I'm on the road to recovery because I'm in pain again. So not a lot of you are watching right now. So, and I don't know how many will watch later. So I'm going to reveal today why I was in the hospital, what the whole deal was. Okay. And this is where the show really veers into, sometimes because of all the nostalgia we do about music and other things. I realize that it's like an older person's show. I try to make it like a cool, hip, swinging, fun, goofy educational show. I know I've failed at that miserably, but that's part of the idea, that it's not that the music's old, it's just you don't know it. So here's what happened. I had a procedure done called Eurolift. Sounds nice, doesn't it? Oh, that sounds nice. Eurolift. Are you ready for Eurolift? Talk to your doctor. See if Eurolift is right for you. What is Eurolift? Eurolift is to the best of my knowledge, according to them, amazing procedure that can treat benign BPH. What is benign BPH? It is your prostate swelling up. So any of you, any man out there, any boy out there, okay, that has a prostate at some point in your life, sometimes much sooner than you realize, sometimes when you least expect it, will begin to grow. Now, you don't know it. It's not like you're looking at your finger going, man, that thing's getting long. What the hell? My fingers are getting long. It grows quietly. You know, all of a sudden it doesn't become like it doesn't become like a giant basketball inside you. You don't even feel it, but it grows. And how do you know? Because about 12, 13 years ago, I got up one day to, what's the medical term for it? Take a leak. And all of a sudden I realized, man, I've been standing here a long time. This is odd. And then I went, I know what this is. Now you don't want to face it. You don't want to say, oh, it's like the first time they send you an AARP card. You go, I'm not ready for this. But within a few years, pretty good discounts. But the thing with this is it's like an immediate thing that has to be taken care of because you're going, I can't. So I went and saw a doctor and he put me on medication. The medication was wonderful. Okay, fairly recent medication in dealing with this issue. The medication was wonderful because what it does is it relaxes all the muscles around the prostate. And then, because the prostate starts sitting on the wire on the pipe, what happens is you got a pipe going through you from your kidney going on down outside your dillywhacker. That's what happens is there's a pipe. All right. And this thing is like a ball of hamburger that all of a sudden starts sitting heavier and heavier. It's like you got a little hamburger ball sitting on top of it. A hamburger ball sitting on top of a pipe. And it's like someone keeps putting a little more hamburger on that little hamburger ball each time until the hamburger ball starts weighing down on the pipe. Now, it ain't a middle pipe, okay? It's squishy. So after a while, it starts getting thinner and thinner and thinner. Okay, you're going right through it. The hamburger ball starts wrapping around the pipe. Wrapping around. And so anyways, on the medication. Now, the problem with medication is over the years, medication just doesn't do what it's going to do. Kind of like heroin. When you first do heroin, you all know this. You feel like you're talking to God. And then by the time you're strung out for a while, you're taking it just so you don't feel like puking. Yeah. But I was on a medication for a long time, and now it had diminishing effects, and I was at the maximum amount you could use without it making you pass out. So they tell me I got a new procedure. Procedure. By the way, that means it's not an operation. It's not surgery. It's a procedure. called Eurolift, a procedure called Eurolift. Okay. And what they do is they go in there and they got to pull the two sides of the prostate apart and they put clamps and open it up. That's what they're doing. It's clamping. You put a couple of vice clamps there and just pulling it back with some wire. And allows things to come through. That's what I had done on Friday. And they knock you out and you come to, and it's weird now because, like your wife, my wife can't come into the hospital with me with all the COVID going on and stuff. Everybody's masked up. You can't really see the end. Now it's weird in there. It's like the anesthesiologist got this mask on and stuff. And you're like, so I come to, and I got inside me a catheter. Catheter is another tube that goes in your neck. A catheter is a man-made tube that goes inside your God-given tube and just allows you to pee, but you're peeing into a bag, not like a paper bag. I imagine, it depends on your insurance. If you got bad insurance, then maybe they give you a grocery bag and go, here you go, paper, plastic. What? But by the way, if you want paper, it's an extra 10 cents. It's a hospital. It's extra $10,000. And they send me home. Now I'm pretty dingy and pretty goofy. We didn't do the show that day, but according to my, they got me on these meds, 2 different pain meds, this and that. Plus I was on anesthesia. And my wife said I was actually cheery. She goes, cheerful. And she said, I knew something was really affecting you because you were moving normal. That's when we knew that there was trouble. He's moving like a normal man, and that's not normal for him. No big deal. Okay? Right, you had this tube coming out of you, and then in the bag, and it's red. Anyway, so Saturday, I go to sleep Friday night. I sleep like a baby. I sleep a solid 8 hours. I have dreams. I wake up going, instead of, I wake up going, instead of, And now it's time, according to the doctors, to take the catheter out. This is where, let me tell you something. At this point in life, you want a good marriage. At this point in life, you want to be with a woman who really loves you. At this point in life, you want to be with someone who really cares about you. Because sometime in your 60s, your wife is going to have to pull a catheter out of you. That's just the fucking way it is. That is the world. So, okay. And the way the catheter works is inside it. What's holding that catheter inside? You're asking, Tony, what holds the catheter inside? It's a ball of water. They put it in there and they fill up this little ball of water. It's like a little bladder thing. And it holds it there. And then there's another little port there and you suck the water out. And therefore the ball is going down and then you pull the catheter out. It was like when I was saying, go, yeah. I was going, yeah. And she's like in the other room going, I've already taken it out. Down, I'm gone. I've already watched a half-hour television show. And okay, I'm ready for a new life, a brand new life, because I've had a procedure called Eurolift. Now, it's time for me to pee freely, but it doesn't pee freely. It's actually worse than it ever was. And it's coming out and it's like weird. All right. But it's coming out. It's coming out. And we go about our day. And I'm still meted up. Okay. I'm still meted up. All right. I go about our day. And it's fine. We go about our day. And, I'm going. And they told me it takes a while for everything to take effect. And fine, good. And I'm meted up. Good. That's all right. It's great, man. Maybe I'm going to learn how to play saxophone. I don't know, man. Something. So then I go to bed Saturday night. DJ Payne says, like when you poke a hole in a water balloon full of water. Yeah, no, kind of, because you're sucking it out because you got a port that's going in there. And with a syringe, you're pulling the water out until that balloon is deflated in water. And then the catheter comes out. You go, until someone tells you it's over. Okay. So Saturday night, I go to sleep. I wake up around 3 o'clock in the morning to go to the bathroom. And I can't. I really got to go. But I'm not going. And I go and I lay down for a little bit. I feel like I really got to go. And I can't go. for 4 or 5 hours. I have 3 bathrooms in this house. I was so zonked, so crazy. Now so much in pain, so much anxiety, so much insanity that I'm going from bathroom to bathroom, going, maybe it'll be better in this bathroom, and trying, and nothing's coming out. And Shirley's going, maybe you should go to the emergency room. I'm going, no, it'll be fine. It'll be fine to finally go, take me to the emergency room, which is 20 miles from her house.
Well, I had to call first.
She had to call first. I imagine you could go to an emergency room. It's an emergency room. There you go. Did you call? But she did. She called. She set up, and she drives me to the emergency room. And I don't know if you've been in an emergency room ever or during COVID, but imagine the bar in the first Star Wars or any biker movie or any movie about Pablo Escobar. And they've got plywood and stuff up now because they're really restricting people. So you're in this wooden dystopian place full of cops and gangsters and gangbangers and girls on the phone going, come get me, Poppy. Come get me, Poppy. Come get me, Poppy. Real loud. Nobody's telling her to shut up because you don't want to cause any problem there. And cops here going, we'd arrest these people. They're too gross. And I'm getting up and trying to go to the bathroom every 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes. And I can't go. And I'm like, ugh. And it's been going on since 3 o'clock in the morning, and now it's 10 or 11. Oi, 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 oi. And I'm there like in pajama bottoms and a coat. I mean, you know, you make fun of old people with the way they look when they're sick. That's who I was. Finally, they call my name. Now, the hospital's at 130% capacity because of COVID. But my situation being what it was, they go, we're going to have to admit you. And I'm going, well, I'm glad you're finally admitted, huh? They go, what's wrong? I go, I can't be. Can you tell us your name? Yes, my name is I can't be. What's your date of birth? Can't be. That's my birthday. Can't be. 59. Finally, one nurse goes, we're going to have to catheter you again. So now they put me in a room with a nurse, you know, and they catheter me again. And that, my friends, that having a tube put into my tube became one of the most wonderful feelings I've ever had in my entire life. It was like that old cigarette commercial for cool cigarettes where you step from black and white to color. Come on up to the cool taste. All of a sudden, I could hear birds singing. I could hear the wind rustling through the trees. I'm like, and you know, and I'm still zoned going, all right, I'll just keep a catheter in for the rest of my life. And I'm in it for like 5 hours and they're coming in, you know, some people have me sign stuff, going, here, sign this, and you know, it's $1 million in 3 weeks, and you don't know what's going on. And different machines and bells and whistles and beeps. And there's a TV in there, and I'm watching football games and Happy Days. No, Laverne and Shirley. I'm flipping back and forth between a football game and Laverne and Shirley. That's how zonked I am. Finally, my doctor comes in and goes, this is all in your mind. I go, no, it's not in my mind. It couldn't be. He goes, no, it's because you are someone who tenses up. You have to learn how to relax. Take a warm shower. Take it easy. He goes, this is a very good procedure. I go, yeah, for most people. I don't know, for me. He goes, okay, we leave the catheter in. And they gave me like 30 minutes of antibiotics because they probably peed all over all my internal organs because it was leaking out all over the place. And the only person who came in and really talking to me made any sense was the lady who's a chaplain. Going, and the Lord will save you. The Lord will save you. I said, I think this catheter saved me. But she was a really sweet lady, and I wasn't going to be mean to her, you know. So I'm listening to her and going, yes, sister, preach it, sister, tell it. Yes. I've read the Bible. I used to stay in a lot of motels. I was a touring comic, and sometimes I forgot to buy a magazine, so I'd read the Bible in the dress. Book of Revelations, party. So they send me home, okay? And I still had the catheter. Once again, best night of sleep I ever had. And the next day we take it out again. And now, finally, things are starting to become normal. And I'm off the meds. Didn't finish those meds. Things are beginning to flow. Kind of like my little story here, man. Just flowed, man. And things are better. But if you've ever tried, by the way, when they did catheter me the second time, they took about a half a gallon out of me. So you imagine having a half a gallon of Diet Pepsi, bottled water, Great Value bottled water, Folgers coffee, not Folgers, what do we use? In the Keurig's, like a Keurig is Starbucks, all of that in you, okay? All of that in you, and it won't go nowhere. And that was a hell of a Sunday morning. I did almost see God that Sunday morning. So that's why I've seemed a little strange today. I've seen a little strange the last few days. That's why we've missed a couple of podcasts. So I'm here to tell, I don't want to be like it's an old guy show. I don't care. I really don't care. Okay, anybody here, I was with a guy today who has a business while I was out doing what I was doing. And I said, this is my first day to do anything normal. I was in the emergency room. Started talking about it. He goes, so what's the medicine called again? And this guy's like 50. And your doctor can give it to you? So now everything seems to be working okay. I read about it. I'm like in the 2% of people that have an issue with it. If you got this issue, there is hope. There is change. Hope and change with Eurolift and doxozin. Okay, you don't have to suffer. Although you will suffer for a few days sometime if you have adverse reactions. Okay, that's our show. I wouldn't explain why the show's been weird the last few days or why I've missed a few shows. And now I have. And you know what? And people were like signing off going, I don't want to hear that. He said, is it like DJ Payne's is like tattooing? So did your boy Bill Clinton. I don't know. My boy Bill Clinton did. He probably did. One of the pills I took was an opiate, and I quit taking it quickly. The other one's for penis pain. I quit taking that because I'm kind of into that. So, okay. There, I got a joke in. Hey, starting tonight, Friday and Saturday, JP's Comedy Club, jpscomedyclub.com, 860 East Warner Road, Gilbert, Arizona. One of my favorite comics, a guy who I've known since he was 16, 17, 18. I don't know. They're all punk kids at that age. Years old. Michael Longfellow from NBC's Show Me the Funny, from Conan and the Conan O'Brien Show, and so much more, is appearing live at JP's Comedy Club. If you want to see a really fun, great show, check that out. Okay, safe, social distance seating, 50% capacity, wear a mask to enter, wear a mask to move around, but have a real good time while feeling comfortable about the situation. As comfortable as you can be during this period of time. That's going on this coming Monday. I've got a free intro to my stand-up comedy workshops. They are right there. So please come on out and check that out. It's good for you if you want to do stand-up comedy. It's good for you if you just want to be out amongst people, but in a real safe space. There'll be less than 50 people at the workshop. Also, if you want to improve your public speaking skills, we can help you with all of that. Tuesday, we have an online free intro. Go to comedyschools.com to find out about all of that. Tomorrow, we're going to start talking about the big New Year's Eve show and so much more. That's it. I'm wrapping up. Thanks for listening to my ramble today. And now I got to shuffle off the buffalo onto the bathroom. Thank you very much. You've been watching Living on a Thin Line with Tony Vicich. Bye-bye.